Plenty. Lucky find. Look at that wand. It hums with inner source. Good find. Good find. Nice.
You made it all this way. I'm sorry.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brachus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die. I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason. Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism. As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
Where are we? No leaves, no trees, no soil. This is horrific!
There you are. You found me.
The amorphous figure takes hold of both your hands and squeezes them.
You look... You look so good. How are you, darling? What? Don't you recognize me? Come on, look a little harder.
Within the shimmer of their changing form, the familiar lines of your own face take shape.
Hello, hello. So, Do you recognize me now? Or shall I give you a little hint? It is so good to meet you, darling. From the outside this time. Don't get me wrong, it's divine in that body of yours, but somewhat constrictive. So, now that we're familiar, shall we get down to business? I thought you were supposed to be fun. If I'd expected such a sour attitude, I might have chosen my host differently.
A feeling looms inside you. You try to tamp it down, but it's expanding from your belly outward, down into your toes, up through your hands, and into your fingertips. A single thought pulses upward into your mind.
Wouldn't your eyes look good ripped out and stuck to the wall?
You feel a sudden, irresistible urge to dig into your eyes with your own hands.
Come now, Losa. Don't you want to play?
The feeling stops its irresistible toe and shrinks back like a low tide, little by little, until you no longer feel it. Your hands relax.
Now, where were we? It doesn't matter, Losa. It doesn't matter who I was. It doesn't matter who you were. What matters is who we are now that we're together. Don't you want to be free of what came before? Come now. Nothing you've done has been your own. You owe every note, every show to the voices inside you. Visitors like me. We make you great. You know that. Are you ready to listen? I'm waiting. Good. Listen carefully. This is the Hall of Echoes. A vision of it, at least. We're here because there's something you need to know. A great power within you that we need to unlock. You'll need to master this power if you're going to make it off the island. And this you must do. Everyone else on the island is chaff. Toss them away when you're done with them. I care for you, Losa. I am your friend. I know you better than they could ever dream of. Do you think people would still care for you if they knew the real you? Don't be stupid. I can see it in your face. You know the truth, don't you? But, Losa, there's hope for you. Together we are unstoppable. Look, let me show you.
The figure waves its hands, and a great power swells within you. You feel the electric thrum of an unknown magic tingling in your fingertips.
You may have noticed incredible things happening on your journey. Water beneath your feet aiding you, for instance. It was I who channeled that power within you. You are the source. I am the catalyst. And this is only the beginning. Together, we can unlock even greater powers within you. You are God-woken. But the gods are too busy fighting each other and tempting more interesting champions to notice you. That's where I come in. With my help, you'll be capable of so much more than strumming a lute for a few gold coins. First, you've got to get off this island, at any cost. Do you understand? I didn't save you from that shipwreck just to see you drown in a puddle on this blasted island. You're welcome. Now, do show a little gratitude, won't you? We cannot fail, Losa. You and I are unique in all the world. You'll see. I'll show you.
The figure lays its hands on your shoulders, looks in your eyes, and smiles.
You can do this.
You have something. Blessed branches, we've returned. Every second we spent in that hellish place was a second the great acorn drew closer. Interesting. You thought it was interesting, Quercus? Do you know what's interesting? Watching an entire world be strangled by the roots of doom, seeing the giant races fall like leaves in frost, hearing the screams of... I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly calm. Anyway, as interesting as that cold hellscape might have been, it does not solve our problem. We are here to stop the great acorn, not hide from it. It's already helping more than it knows, Quercus. The fate of the world depends on our ability to research a spell to protect Rivellon. We need to travel across the land, gathering clues, experimenting with different magics, and come up with a spell to shield Rivellon from its doom. Of course, for us to do that, we must avoid being eaten by the servants of the Great Acorn, and that is where our big, foolhardy shield comes in. Quercus! Quercus! It thinks it can use magic at our level. I don't know if that's adorable or just sad. No, I am not going to share our magic with it. I don't care how much you like it, Quercus. Very well, I cannot give it magic, but I can teach it how to forge one spell, if it will keep you happy. One.
The squirrel reaches out, touching your foot with a delicate paw, and you feel your mind open. You can see the forces of magic and see how to combine them in a new way.
There. Maybe now your pet will have a fighting chance. Yes, you're welcome. But can we please get on and save the world now?
Sabine is pensively tracing a new name on her arm, gilded letters in an ancient alphabet.
Sibyl. My own name. A little gift from Tyrsendilius. Leave it to a god to be overly dramatic. Must be a celestial party game. Or maybe he wanted to teach me a lesson. If the latter, he has much to learn.
I sense great suffering ahead. The agonies of an era and beyond.
Put it out! Put it out! Put it out!
The pig is engulfed in flames, but her skin remains unsinged.
Does it matter? I beg you, help! Are you sure it will work? How do I know it won't make this even worse? Okay, but I don't think... I've endured this for long. I can't endure longer. But please, please ease this burden, I beg you. It is the doing of Brachus Rex. Kings will always come to see themselves as gods. I should never have spoken ill of him. Many ages ago, we dared warn of Brachus Rex's gluttonous cruelties. We paid the price with these poor kind bodies and the curse of eternal flames. Praise means nothing. I would reject it if it meant a chance to turn back the clock and worship Brachus Rex as he demanded. Bring it to an end. I will trust you in this, but please. Are extinguished.
Yes.
The menacing skeletal guardian looks at you wearily, then yawns.
So you dare defy the will of Brachus Rex, prepare to die, and so on and so forth. Let's get this over with. Why wouldn't I be? Every so often, some interloper goes and undoes one of Brachus Rex's curses, and I must murder the poor sod. I hope this brings the discussion to an end. I don't like being roused from slumber, only to be greeted by such banality. It is not my place to question Brachus Rex's will. I am to execute those who defy his legacy. Besides, there are far worse fates Brachus Rex could have visited upon you. This island itself is proof enough of that, I dare say.
She moans impatiently and taps her bony foot.
Yes, I know he's dead. I am still obligated to perform his wishes. He may not live, but the threat of his curse hangs over me.
She heaves a great sigh, unnecessary given her lack of lungs.
Finally, an end to this dull conversation.
Prepare yourself. I'll yield to none.
lifted. Thank you, stranger.
Flames are extinguished. Thank you.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
The curse is lifted. Thank you.
yield to none.
You know me. You love me. You must find me.
Know you? Love you? I'm not even sure we've met.
Dead Magisters. I wonder who did this.
Master! Master, wake up! Master, wake up! He might! Was dead! Ever? Ever?
The dog is blinded by its muzzle, but it turns its face toward you, waiting for your answer. As she considers your statement, her nostrils start to twitch. She lifts her head and takes a long drag of the air around her.
Sorcerer! You! Hello. Master, wake up! Never ever, never ever! No, go! Please, Master.
The serenity in the eyes of the granite statue seem to infuse the air around this shrine. This place feels like a refuge from all harm, a place where fortune favors the fleeing. For the first time in what feels like forever, you feel safe. You know this is the statue's gift. You know the feeling will not last, but you are grateful nonetheless. You feel the statue smile. You feel it embrace you. You fall into the most comfortable darkness.